What up, everybody? My name is Alana Trepler, and this is the ATD Show. Today in the studio, I am joined by Frial and Beatriz with LAMP Interpreters. Beatriz, tell me about LAMP services.
Oh, hi, good morning. Thank you for having us. So LAMP is a nonprofit organization. So we're here based in St. Louis and provide services in other areas in Missouri, Kansas City, Springfield, and Jefferson, Columbia. And basically we provide interpreting services in over 48 languages here, including sign language, of course, and also educational services. So we teach foreign languages as well. And then Frial can talk a little bit more about the translations services. She's the coordinator.
Yes. Okay. So we do translation for all of the agencies that they need. We do schools, medical translation, legal translation that requires certification and notarization. We also have voiceover, and that's why we're here today.
Awesome. Yes, we've been working with you for a while. Okay, so now there's an interpreter service and a translation service. What's the difference?
The difference, interpretation services is the oral communication part of it, and the translation is the written. If someone has a document that needs to be translated, that's what the translation is.
Yes, for example, we go and do interpretation in like medical assignments, legal, and we're just repeating everything that the doctor, the lawyer, or other providers may say to the patient, and then vice versa. Okay. So versus what Frial does, she gets a lot of the jobs, and then the translators will type, and it's just everything is written.
Okay, interesting. That's really great. So, and you said that you service the St. Louis area and Kansas City. Is that right?
Yes, we just recently opened an office in the Kansas City area, so we're trying to have the same service as we have here.
Okay, that's awesome. So how many different languages do you translate and interpret?
I think we have about 170 languages.
Wow.
For interpretation at least. When it comes to translation, I know, in fact, we have about 20 in-house for written translation.
Wow, that's incredible. How many people do you have doing the translations or the interpreter services?
So we're close to 300 total, close to 300, and still growing. We're hiring every day. So if anybody is listening, if anybody who is bilingual and would like to work with us as interpreter or translator, they can call or they can go through their website. And then the other neat thing about our agency is we train. If somebody's already bilingual and they would like to do interpreting or something, they don't need to have experience. If they have it, great. But if they don't, we actually go through a training process and then also provide a free training, like the medical training to do the job.
Wow, that's really interesting. So it's not necessarily a full-time job as a translation.
No.
So if somebody is bilingual, they can actually take that talent and be able to work just part-time. Is it on a per job basis? Is that how y'all do?
It's actually on their own time. So they have the schedule and they pick the time that works for them. It is a part-time job, but we do get busy a lot.
Yeah, basically the most common languages on site, we have Spanish, Arabic, Bosnian, Somali, Vietnamese, some of the Asian languages, Cantonese.
Mandarin.
We're very busy. We need interpreters in those languages. It's an on-call job, basically part-time on-call, but it ended up being a full-time job because we're open 24/7. So anytime you may get emergency calls from the hospitals around or law enforcement as well.
Right. Wow. I didn't even think about that. You don't consider those things, thinking about like a law enforcement officer needing translation services or interpreter services
Exactly.
and doctors and attorneys
Yes.
and all of those things. Well, this is an awesome service that you provide.
Yes.
And you mentioned before if somebody wanted to find out more or if they needed a translation or interpreter service, they could go to your website.
Yes,
Correct.
exactly.
Okay. And they can apply for a position there
Yes.
to offer their services.
Correct.
Okay.
We currently have a translator position, an interpreter, and also we're launching a new site for education. So also we're looking for any language instructors. So if anybody has experience on that, we'll be happy to get all the requests. Yeah.
That's awesome. That's great. Well, thank you so much for coming in and
you're welcome.
telling us about your service, and thank you for providing this service too.
Thank you for having us.
People need it, and with all your translators and your interpreters, wow, it's a lot.
We appreciate
So
it.
thank you so much. We
Thank
appreciate
you.
y'all coming in.
Thank you.
Thank you. My name is Alana Trepler for Frial and Beatrice and Lamp Interpreters. This is the ATD Show. Ta-ta for now.